Hello, and welcome to Ice is Slippery, an unserious podcast about hockey brought to you by 1.5 hockey fans. My name is Kate, and I'm the hockey fan.
And my name is Fred, and I'm half a hockey fan.
Good evening, Fred. How are you today?
Good evening.
Good evening. Greetings and salutations, sir.
Yes, indeed. Wow, it's after 5.
It's after 5. We're doing this so late today.
It's quitting time.
This is like usually when we post the podcast, but we're just sitting down to record it. So.
There was too much excitement in the hockey world, and I also wasn't home.
Those were two things that happened today. You were like, yeah, tomorrow we'll record probably 10, maybe like noon at the latest. And noon came around and you weren't home, and that's fine.
Yeah. Well,
you're allowed to do stuff.
You know, sometimes you just have to bird for 14 hours during the weekend.
Yeah, it's just like normal human stuff to just go look at birds for 14 hours over the span of 2 days. Mm-hmm. Just super normal things.
Yep.
Listen, I can't judge. I spent a stupid amount of money on hockey jerseys this week. So,
oh, that's right. The things came back.
Yes, the Dallas Retro jerseys briefly came back in stock, and I was owed one from Christmas, so I bought that one. And then my birthday's in a few weeks, so I bought one for that too. So I will be having a Bischel and a Ritzkovian jersey, two jerseys
in the 99 or whatever.
In the retro 99 style. So, which the Stars will be wearing for their playoff official jersey. So it'll be great. I will match when I am watching the games.
Well, fantastic. I am excited that they came back because I know that it has been...
I've only been refreshing the website 75 times a day. It's fine. I'm normal. Everything's cool.
Absolutely.
Well, I guess, since we're so late, we should just start talking about hockey and stuff, huh?
Yeah, it's almost my bedtime.
I know, right? I'm so surprised you're still awake. So last week was exciting. We had to record a last minute addendum to the podcast because after we finished recording, it came out that Bruce Cassidy had been fired as head coach in Vegas and replaced by your friend and mine, John Tortorella.
Yeah. Now, did I manifest that? Did we manifest that? Did we make that happen?
I think we did, because in the original recording of the podcast, I had said something about Torts coming back to Philly. I don't know.
Anyway,
we were like, Torts needs to come back, and then we stopped recording, and then Torts came back.
Torts is back.
We didn't specifically say Vegas, but listen, he's back in the NHL. This is all we have been wanting. So
yeah,
we'll take it. Mm-hmm. And apparently Sunday is just a big day of personnel changes, because today it came out that the New York Islanders have fired Patrick Waugh.
My goodness.
I know. And he's been replaced by another coach that we are very familiar with. I had actually already written something for the sections of podcast, and I'm just going to go ahead and read that now.
Okay.
This isn't a personnel change, but something we should be on the lookout for. Apparently, Pete DeBoer has made it clear that he is interested in returning to coaching hockey. So if you're looking for a man in a houndstooth suit to stifle all the physicality out of your team, you know who to call.
Boom.
I wrote that this week.
Yeah.
And then guess what?
You manifested Pete DeBoer.
Well, I guess the New York Islanders really want a man in a houndstooth suit to stifle the physicality of their players.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think old Patrick Waugh should have been out of there a long time ago, personally. But
I think it's probably better for his blood pressure.
Yeah,
and I am, I guess, a little sad that we won't get to see him come out and fight Mikko Rantanen mid-ice the way he has been threatening to do. But yeah, it does seem like a strange choice, especially because apparently the motivation was that people higher up in New York were worried that the goalie, Ilya Sorokin, has been sort of left exposed by the lack of a defensive structure. So they hired Pete DeBoer to come in and fix that up. So they fired a coach who's a former goalie and brought in notorious goalie hater Pete DeBoer to protect the goalie.
Yeah.
It seems like a strange chain of events, but, things happen, I guess.
Yeah, people and their logic bones don't always logic so good, but, it's like there's only so many NHL coaches that you have to choose from that aren't currently employed, and you just pick the best one, I guess.
Right, because you're not allowed to hire people who haven't been NHL coaches before. You can only hire people who have already coached NHL teams.
Yeah, I think that's
the law.
I think that's in the rule book.
It's definitely a law. I mean, they even, I guess, have said that the reason that they did this now is because they knew Pete DeBoer would get hired, during the sort of off-season cycling, and they wanted to beat the cycle. So even though they're still in the playoff race here, they're like, well, guess we better get this coach now while we can. So yeah,
oof,
wild timing. But I don't know. They saw Vegas and they're like, well, fuck it. I guess we'll do it too.
We can do it too. Let's get rid of Patty Roy here.
Yeah, so that was big and exciting today. I was like, oh, I guess it's good you're still out.
I know
I can update the podcast notes.
You texted me while I was birding that there was big news in the hockey world, and I was like, cool. There's big news out here too.
Yeah, what was your big news?
Oh, just lifers.
Yeah.
Anyway,
seeing birds. Backtracking to last Sunday, too, there was another big personnel change that happened after the Torts hiring, and that was that Brad Treliving was let go from the Toronto Maple Leafs, where he has been GM for the past 3 years. And the president of the Maple Leafs Entertainment Group, or whatever it is.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, it's like, it's not just the hockey part. It's like
got a
all like it's Maple Leaf Entertainment and something else.
They've got a whole conglomerate.
Yeah, it's like a whole thing. And then the hockey's part of it.
Corporate synergy.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
well, the president of that, Keith Pelly, did an interview where he was basically like, no one could have seen this season coming. We simply did not anticipate that Buffalo and Montreal would be good. And like, okay, I'll give him credit on the Buffalo one. That's fine. But Montreal is ridiculously stacked with talent. And they have been, like, they made the playoffs last year. This is not like brand new. Like, they're still a young team finding their footing, but it's really not surprising that they're performing well. In fact, they are the first team in the NHL this season to have 5 players with at least 60 points.
Boom.
So that's kind of crazy.
Right.
But yeah, no, they just simply could not have foreseen that those two teams would do that well. Also, a very hilarious Redditor did the math. And even if Montreal and Buffalo scored 0 points this year, like 0 points,
yep,
Toronto still would have missed the playoffs.
Yeah, I was going to ask, like, say they hit, was it just their losses to those two teams that caused them? Obviously not.
No, I'm assuming that the math on this, like, worked out to, like, where anything that they won, you know, it went up against the other teams and everything, but they basically restructured it to take them out of it. And
yeah,
they still wouldn't have made the playoffs. So, all right, I guess. Also, Ottawa's really good or something.
Yeah, I actually did see that interview for some reason. And I was laughing. I was like, this dude is a fucking politician up here being like, just changing the topic. Like, Montreal's good. We didn't expect it. And whoops. Like, that's not a good excuse.
It's really a bad excuse. It's terrible. And yeah, I guess they are looking for a new GM now, but they're like, we want somebody who's more data driven. And it's like, I don't know if that's going to help, but okay, man.
I don't know if they know anything about anything.
Well, apparently there are still tons of people who would like this job. People are coming out of the woodwork trying to become the GM of the Maple Leafs, which sounds fucking cursed as shit to me. Like,
I mean, I would sign up for that too if I was like in that world. Of course, you want to be the GM of the Maple Leafs.
I mean, I guess you can't make it worse, probably.
Exactly.
So,
like, what are they going to do? Fire you? Yeah.
Yeah, just like everybody else. It's like, oh, I got fired from the Maple Leafs. Check that one off the old like bucket list.
Yeah, you probably get like a coat like on the 5-Timers Club at Saturday Night Live or something.
Right, exactly. Or like when you win the Masters, exactly. You just get like a blue coat with maple leaves on it when you get fired. It's like your fuck you, thanks for leaving gift.
They get together every year, drink a lot, be like, fuck the Maple Leafs, and then they all just go on their way. It'd be great.
I know. Well, there is, I guess, some talk that some of the candidates have been pretty clear that if they came in, they would want to do like a full rebuild. So,
well, yeah. I mean, at least they got the Mitch Marner out of there, so they have to rebuild less. But
yeah, I mean, but they still have a lot of other people to contend with. So
yeah,
we shall see about that.
No, I think all of them need a change of scenery.
I do too. It's
right.
It's a disaster.
Like, I like most of the players on that team. I don't have like a player on that team where I'm like, ugh, fuck that guy.
Yeah, I don't really have like beef with anyone. Like even Max Domi, like he was briefly a star. Like I don't like.
He was fun as a star.
He was fun as a star. Like I don't like love him like the way I love most other former stars. Sure. But like whatever, he's fine. Yeah. It's fine.
No, everyone's great. They just all, I don't know. Like I'm saying, just shutter it for like a year or two. Just be like, oh, the Maple Leafs don't exist right now. You know, like when you do like a remodel of your store and like it's just closed.
Yeah, and they need to get like some Etsy witches in there to like sage the shit out of that place. Like,
they need all the Etsy witches.
The whole, like a whole army of them.
Just fields and fields of sage burning.
It's going to be terrible for the environment.
Oh, it's not good.
Very disrespectful of the indigenous populations.
Absolutely.
So maybe it's just better to call it a loss.
Well, I think everybody is fine with calling it a loss.
That's probably true. Well, since we're still kind of talking about personnel changes, let's pop back over to Vegas for a few minutes. I think we maybe need to have a new segment and maybe call it something like Torts Time.
Torts Time.
Yeah.
I don't have any music for this.
I know. It just popped into my head. So, we can work on that one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like we said last week, we had to record that emergency addendum and, talk about how excited we were that John Tortorella was back. And unfortunately, the downside of this is I've had to pay more attention to the Vegases this week than I have in pretty much my entire life.
The Vegas content has certainly shown up in my feed on the YouTube all of a sudden.
All of a sudden, it's just like, hey, guess what? We're Vegas and we're here for you. And we're like, oh, okay. We didn't ask, but thanks.
No, I had to say, please don't show me these videos anymore. I'll seek them out if I need them.
Right, exactly. Well, so far, the Vegases are 3-0 in the Torts era. So he's had a very strong start.
I love this for him.
To be fair, the first two games were against the Canucks and the Flames, which should have been easy wins. Notably, Mitch Marner did have 4 points against Calgary, which was his first 4-point game since joining Vegas. In fact, he actually ended up the game with 5 points and a hat trick. So
not bad.
Pretty much his best game in Vegas, and he did it under John Tortorella.
Yeah.
So
no, I know that we were talking about like him and Torts, and I don't know like coaching styles and him and whatever, but like when I heard him talking during the first press conference where he's like, "Hi, I'm John Tortorella," and everyone's like, "What up, John? We know you."
Yeah.
He was saying how he was excited to be working with Mitchie.
Yes.
And I was like, cool.
Yeah. No, he said he was like, I got plans for him. I'm going to move him all over the place. We're going to try him all different spots and find the best place for him. And whatever he's doing, I guess is paying off. Because, hat trick and 5-point game, like that's not too shabby. Like even against the Flames, like that's pretty great. Mm-hmm. And then yesterday was, I would say, really their biggest test so far, where they played the Oilers and they had a very decisive 5-1 victory.
That's kind of decisive.
That is pretty decisive, I think. I was a little surprised to find out that Carter Hart had been reactivated because I didn't think Vegas had the cap space for that. But I don't know, maybe somebody got injured or something. I'm not familiar enough with their cap space situation to know.
You haven't looked at their Excel workbook.
I haven't. Not this week. But they found a way. And Torts did coach him in Philly for a season.
Oh, that's right.
So they did overlap there. So, they are familiar with each other. And Torts did like him as a goalie. This was, before the arrest and whatnot, but he spoke highly of him before that. Mm-hmm. But Carter Hart ended up getting both of the last two starts, the one against Edmonton and the one against the Flames.
Okay.
So that was different and not something that I think people were expecting.
Sure.
And people did notice yesterday, so Aiden Hill was the backup. He's been kind of the starting goalie, and he's been struggling. That's been a big part of the Vegas issues.
Yeah, I've heard, like, they're like, oh, great, we got Torts, but what about Hill?
That's pretty much been the thing. They're like, how is Torts going to fix him? And I guess Torts was like, no, I'll just get this other kid that I know.
I mean, Torts is pretty hands-off with goalies, too.
He really is.
He's like, I don't know. They just go out there and I need them to stop the puck.
Yeah.
And if they don't do that, then I'm unhappy.
Right, exactly. So, well, I guess it seems like maybe people are not happy with Aiden Hill because he was standing there. The Vegas players were leaving the ice during the game last night at some point, and he was standing there giving fist bumps. He had his fist out for people to fist bump.
Sure.
He got fist bumps from a few players, including Carter Hart, but most of the Vegas players ignored him.
Wow.
So that seems pretty gross.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, that hurts my heart to like think of people mistreating goalies like that. It's like kicking a puppy. Like, why would you do that?
Kicking a very hyperactive puppy.
I don't even know if like Bennington deserves that. It just doesn't seem cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, it just doesn't seem cool in a team context.
Right. I mean, the goalie is like, he's like the guy. I mean, he was their goalie when they won the cup for like the first time ever. So
he must have said something rude.
He seems like a very nice boy. So I'm not sure what's going on, but Vegas be Vegasing. As a funny aside, the Oilers and Vegas players were getting into it after the game ended, and someone asked Trent Frederick what they were all squabbling about, and he said, everyone telling everyone they make too much money, which is true.
Oh, that's funny.
That is pretty funny. So, and then actually not to get too off topic, but there was all kinds of chaos at this game. At one point, a puck went through the netting and into the crowd and hit a guy in the face, and his forehead was split open and he was bleeding, but he like pumped his fist and rallied the crowd on his way off to go seek medical attention, which is like so Edmonton. Edmonton.
Yeah, that's great. Did he crush a beer too on the way out? That would have been epic.
I don't think so. It seemed like somebody was just coming up with some beers for him. And people were like, I hope he got a chance to come back and drink those beers. But yeah, he's just got like blood running down his face. He's just like wearing a hoodie. He takes his hat off. He's got kind of a mullet, but he's just like pumping his fist like, come on, guys.
That's awesome.
So it was great. And then also during the second period, Edmonton's play-by-play announcer informed viewers that a woman had gone into labor and was currently giving birth on the 7th floor of Rogers Place.
Wow.
So I just want to say that our daughter is really lucky that I didn't give birth to her at an Oilers game, or she might be named Leon right now.
Yeah.
So...
Or Leona.
Or Leona. Something like that. No, I would have just gone straight for Leon.
Yeah.
Just for the memes, pretty much.
Right. Yeah. Wow. So that kid is like pretty much indoctrinated now into hockey.
I mean, I think you must be, right?
He or she, they'll play for the Oilers.
They're going to name him Puck. It's going to be a whole thing.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, but yeah, not just like that she went into labor, but like she's actively giving birth right now on the 7th floor.
That's pretty crazy.
That is nuts. But anyway, back to Torts. The best thing about him being back with us is that he is up to his usual shenanigans with the press. Some gems from him. Here's a direct quote. I've been criticized many times for moving guys around too much, and I really don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Just classic Torts.
Love that.
He says that he just wants to keep his head down and behave himself in Vegas, and that's why he's wearing a suit behind the bench again. And he doesn't even remember how he got away from that in Philly. So,
they all started wearing like the quarter zip pullovers or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
They were all just wearing like the team gear or whatever. Yeah. And I guess he feels like that made him like unprofessional or something.
You know what? I agree.
Sure. And then a reporter noticed that he was talking with the leadership group on the ice after practice, and they were all kind of laughing. And he asked Torts if he kind of wanted to share what that was about. And like before he could even finish the sentence, Torts went, no, and then smiled this big shit-eating grin. And it was just so cute. And I missed him so much. So
that was a question from someone he knows really well, too.
Yeah, no, you could tell. It was just quintessential Torts. It was so good.
Yeah. No, I haven't been clicking on all the Torts interviews because I don't necessarily want to know what Vegas is up to.
That's the problem, right? Like I want the Torts, but not the Vegas. And I haven't, it's like trying to eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich without the peanut butter and the jelly touching. Like it's very confusing and I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I'm not sure that you can. Yeah.
I don't think so. It's all going to get mixed up in your stomach anyway. It's just
best to avoid it.
It's just upsetting. Yeah. But yes, hopefully he'll just have funny sound bites that just organically come across my way. So
he will.
Yes.
He can't not.
He can't not. He's just the best.
He certainly, I found this quite funny because like I've certainly seen like all the YouTube NHL content that comes across from the Vegases, and like whoever their graphic designer is like really likes HDR.
Yes.
And just like blows out shit like so hyper saturated. And Torts came in with a pretty solid tan. And he looks so goofy in their thumbnails because it's just super saturated.
It's giving Oompa Loompa.
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
All right. Well, we've got some milestones to talk about. On Monday, Macklin Celebrini hit 100 points for the season. He's only the third Sharks player to reach 100 points in a single season. And unsurprisingly, he is the youngest player ever, or the youngest Shark player ever to do that. The only other Sharks players to accomplish that were Joe Thornton in the 2006-2007 season and Erik Karlsson in the 2022-2023 season. And Celebrini has also now passed 40 goals for the season. So,
yeah.
I mean, Macklin Celebrini is great. Water is wet. Fork, fan, and kitchen. It's just...
McKinnon with speed.
It's just all of the things that you expect.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, good for him. I think he might be the truth.
This is the rumor that I have heard.
He might be.
Yeah. So, I mean, all the people are saying it. The Penguins played the Panthers last night, and not only did they dominate them with a 9-4 victory, Evgeny Malkin had his 1,400th career point.
Yep.
Which was great.
Oh, yeah, we saw that.
We did. And speaking of Malkin, I saw a super cute video this morning where his son Nikita was hanging out in the locker room, and Sid asked if Nikita had watched warmups, and Nikita was like, no, I didn't want to go because every time I don't go, he scores a goal, and every time I do go, he scores 0. And he was pointing to his dad. And Sydney was like, yes, this, he's the most superstitious man alive. Like, and he was like, yes, this sounds completely reasonable.
He's like, respect.
He's like, yes, thank you.
Well,
thank you for understanding, child.
Thank you for not fucking things up tonight.
Yes, exactly. He was like, all right. I think he said something like, well, all right, well, let's stay on that or something like that. It was so great. On Saturday, Brent Burns played his 1,000th consecutive regular season NHL game. This is the second longest Ironman streak after Phil Kessel, who played 1,064 consecutive regular season games. So just to put this in perspective for you, you've been watching the Dallas Stars since Wyatt Johnston's debut.
Okay.
So you've been watching a while, right? Like,
I guess
he's in like his 4th season.
I've been watching that long?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently.
So he's never missed a game since he started.
Oh, okay.
He's only played 264 consecutive games.
That's still a lot, but
it's still a lot, but like he would still have to play like 4 times that amount to be like up in that echelon.
Quick math tells me that's like 48 years or something.
At least. So I was an English major. You don't have an excuse.
I was not a math major. I didn't even finish college.
Anyway, I just to kind of like put that in perspective, like 1,000 games is crazy, but 1,000 consecutive games like that, like that's how long like Wyatt's been around, and Wyatt's never missed a game, which is like crazy impressive and awesome. And like even with all that, he's still only at game 264. Like that's how long 1,000 games is.
Yeah, is
like even with Wyatt never missing a game since his debut, he's like a quarter of the way to Brent Burns's Ironman streak.
Yeah, no, it's insane. Like I remember like the kids getting the perfect attendance awards at like school and being like, but like still, even at school, that's a lot of days to like never have missed.
Yeah, and like at school, most of the time, people aren't trying to break your bones.
Most of the time.
I mean, shit gets weird at school sometimes.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
I'm not going to lie.
People have different experiences at school.
They do. I didn't have the best experience in the 9th grade. I switched schools after that. But
nobody tried to break my bones.
Nobody tried to break my bones, but just my spirit, which is fine. I'm completely over it. Everything's cool. I will say that Brent Burns hit that 1,000 game mark at the Dallas game, which was in Dallas.
Yeah.
And something I loved is that the Dallas arena like did a little, showed him up on the screen and like had a little graphic about how it was his 1,000th game.
Did they do like a whole package, or was it like just a...
It wasn't like a whole package, but it was like there was like an announcement and they showed him on the screen and like had like stats up on the screen and everything and talked about it. And I just think that's a really cool fucking thing to do for another player celebrating a milestone on the opposing team.
It's pretty classy. I can't imagine that happening at Ball Arena.
I know I'm biased, but like I absolutely cannot. Like if somebody was celebrating a milestone like that on the Stars at Ball Arena, they would throw pies at him. Like it would just not happen. It would be the complete opposite of that.
Complete opposite.
They'd be like, boo this man specifically.
Yeah, they'd be like, look at this man with his stupid record. Let's hate on him.
Let's beat him with a stick.
Absolutely.
Like, oh my God, it would not happen. So
and they'd boo every time he got the puck.
Oh my God. Yeah, it would be the worst. So yeah. No, absolutely crazy. Cole Caufield has 49 goals this season, which is a career high. And a reporter asked him this week if he was thinking about hitting the 50 goal mark. Cole was like, no. And the reporter's like, no. He's like, no. And then he was like, yeah. He was so good. He was like trying to play it so cool. And he was like, no, obviously I think about it. Like, what are you? Yeah. Like,
that's all they think about.
It was so cute though, because he definitely was, just like, no, I'm a big tough hockey player. I don't care about that stuff. But he's such a golden retriever that he just could not like smother it for more than like 3 seconds. Like he was just like, yeah, no, I want to do that.
He was like, no, but his tail was wagging.
It was, yeah, no, his little ears were perking up. It was everything. So moving on to some other news, baseball season started this week, and I guess there was some sort of crossover with USA Hockey. On April 3rd, Layla Edwards threw the first pitch at the Cubs game, and then our very own Jake Ottinger threw out the opening pitch at the Rangers game. Jack Hughes and Aaron Frankel both threw out ceremonial pitches at the Yankees home opener. And then Jack Hughes was hanging out with Martha Stewart. And I showed you that picture. They kind of look alike, which was kind of freaking me out.
Yeah.
Like they have very similar smiles.
Interesting. Yeah.
Then I started thinking about like, God, what a dinner party that would be. Like Jack Hughes, Tate McRae, Martha Stewart, and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. Like
it would be so dull. I would need to be so high to get through that party.
I think that they would accommodate that.
I mean, Snoop would definitely hook me up. Probably Martha too. I bet Martha makes some sick edibles.
Right?
Yeah. So, oh my God, just like what a weird.
I don't know if Jack could keep his shit together though. That'd be funny as hell.
I mean, that's probably how he broke the wine glass with his hand.
You'd be all paranoid and shit. Be like, Jack, just chill out, man. We're cool.
Yeah. No, it would just be a lot.
Tate McRae be like, man, you're embarrassing me.
On Monday, the Ducks played the Leafs, and Radko Gudas has missed several games in March and April with a lower body injury and has been spotted with a walking boot as recently as March 26th. But that didn't stop him from suiting up against the Leafs on March 30th for their first matchup since he ended Austin Matthews' season with a knee-on-knee hit. Basically, he suited up and played so that the Leafs could avenge their fallen captain since they kind of forgot to do that, like at the time.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. They didn't see it.
Yeah. I mean, you got to look at the replays.
They passed the puck and then something happened and they just didn't see it. So oops.
Yeah, oopsie.
They're bad.
Yeah.
So anyway, he went and was like, no, I'm a man and I stand up for my mistakes and I am here. And then he had a couple of fights and then got sent out of the game and that was fine.
And he didn't really fight back.
No, he was just like, fine, you may pummel me, Max Domi, you tiny man.
Yep.
And then that was about it. And then somebody else came after him too. I don't know. He's just so odd. There's something very old fashioned about him.
Would you say he's a strange duck?
I would say he's a bit of an odd duck. Yes,
he's an odd
absolutely.
Duck, not a strange duck.
I mean, he is a strange duck too. But yeah, I'd say he's a bit of an odd duck to be sure.
He is. Yeah. No, and I don't know. I'm cool with whatever. I don't know what that is. Bro code, chivalry, honor, like
hockey honor. I don't know.
I guess I'm fine with that. I guess, but I don't know if I needed it, and it was just kind of weird.
It's a little performative.
Well, yeah, that's a good word to cover it. I feel like I'm fine.
I mean, I'm not mad about it.
No.
I'm not super into it either. It was just worth noting, but it was very strange.
Yeah, it's like watching an episode of Game of Thrones. I'm like, well, this is going on.
Right. And then also George Peros from the Department of Player Safety was there to watch the game, I guess, to make sure it didn't go too far. It just seemed very strange. I don't know. He was there. It was weird. I just don't understand any of it anymore.
Yeah.
But we have more fun things to talk about because on Tuesday, the Rangers played the Devils and we had our third goalie fight, not just of the season, but of the calendar year.
Right.
So the first one was Nedeljkovic and Bobrovsky in January. Then in February, it was Swayman and Vasilevsky at the Stadium Series outdoor game. And this week, it was Jacob Markstrom from the Devils and Igor Shesterkin from the Rangers.
Yeah.
And I guess the Devils had been kind of not messing with Shesterkin, but
they kept crashing into him.
They crashed into him multiple times.
Multiple times, violent, taking him out completely.
Yes. And then the final straw was when Devils forward Paul Cotter ran into Shesterkin and knocked him down. And some of the Rangers took offense and a scrum broke out and Shesterkin jumped into it. And obviously nobody can fight a goalie except for another goalie. So Jacob Markstrom skated down the ice and was like, tap, tap, tap. Hey, you want to go? And so they fought and Shesterkin kind of laid a beat down on him.
It was pretty good. Yeah.
Because he's kind of a small little guy.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't pick him. You wouldn't even pick him to be a hockey player if you just looked at him, I feel like.
Yeah, no, he seems kind of unassuming, but he just kind of, he really, I think, pretty decisively won that one.
I would just like to send a message to all the NHL players. You could fight a goalie. Right? You can.
It's one of the unwritten rules.
Sure, but you could be that legend that's fuck this, I'm going after the goalie.
I mean, you'd be a legend, but in a very bad way. So after the game, Shesterkin said, I just want to say thanks to my boxing coach. And everybody thought it was fun and just assumed he was kidding and that he was making a little jokey joke. But he actually has been taking boxing lessons for several years, mostly as a conditioning thing.
Yep.
But The Athletic interviewed his boxing coach and his boxing coach was very proud of him. It was very sweet.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, he was like, no, I saw him doing things I've taught him.
That's cool.
And then Shesterkin was like, yeah, I kind of at first started doing the boxing things. And then I was just like, I just have to fight.
Just go street fighter.
I just have to throw my fists. But Shesterkin was awarded the first star of the night, and he came out and did a little shadow boxing with his goalie stick in his hand, which was very endearing.
That is.
And it wasn't even the first time that he was throwing hands this week, because on Sunday, the Rangers played the Panthers, and Shesterkin punched Matthew Tkachuk in the face. So clearly he subscribes to our new rule that it's fine to slap a Tkachuk. So
slap a Tkachuk.
Slap a Tkachuk, punch a Tkachuk. Why not? You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the thing is the only kind of person who's going to fight a goalie is Matthew Tkachuk, likes to go after goalies.
Yeah.
He likes to provoke them. He doesn't like to fight them. He just likes to provoke them.
I just want to let him know he could fight a goalie if he wanted to.
I mean, he could do a lot of things, but we don't need to get into that. The Maple Leafs were in San Jose to play a game, and an earthquake shook the hotel where they were staying. Rookie Easton Cowan said it was pretty shocking. Steven Lorenz said he thought the whole place was coming down. Craig Berube said he had no clue it happened. I was out. Didn't feel nothing, he said.
You know, Craig Berube loads up on fucking drugs before bed. He's just comatose.
Well, to be fair, he needs to be really skilled at tuning things out, like after having to put up with William Nylander all the time.
Yeah, that's so cute. Their relationship's so cute.
It's so wild because, earlier this week, they were doing like a practice and Craig Berube was like yelling at them that they needed to shoot more. And so William Nylander scored a goal and then he was like, why isn't anybody celebrating me? And put the like hand by his ear, like, I can't hear you. And then just got like right up in Craig Berube's face and was just like staring at him like a toddler. And Craig Berube was just doing his level best to ignore him. So, yeah, he has to be, I think, impermeable if that's what he's dealing with on a daily basis.
Yeah, no, I feel like Nylander channels those like small dogs that are part of his entourage.
I'm not convinced he's not a small dog.
He might be.
Like, maybe that's just why he has them with him all the time. It's just they're part of his pack, and that's that.
That's why he wears a gold chain to distract you.
It's his collar.
Yeah.
That's why he rides the subway. He can't drive a car.
Absolutely. Yeah. Right?
See?
Dogs can't get licenses.
Dogs can't get licenses. I think we're onto something here. And then just some other little odds and ends. Some other spicy things with the Leafs. A reporter asked Max Domi whether culture was an issue for the Leafs. And he said, we're not going to get into what's wrong with you guys. And quite frankly, it's none of your business. It's our group's business and we'll keep it at that. We know what we've got to do better and we will. So in other words, yes, there is a problem with the culture and they're very defensive about it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that was a little spicy. So
for sure. I mean, I think what they should do is probably just try to get pucks on net and get pucks in deep. But
maybe you should be the GM.
I feel like that message gets lost every game.
I know. Like you could probably remind the coaching staff of that too if you were the GM.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe you could just do both.
I'm going to apply for this.
I think you should. Why not? Just get it out there.
Yeah. I'll be like, here's my LinkedIn.
Be like, listen, what you guys need is somebody who has a completely fresh perspective, somebody who's never worked in hockey, somebody who still doesn't really understand the game and mostly just watches because their wife is like super into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, yeah. But you said you wanted somebody who was into data. Guess what? I know all about data.
That's literally what I do.
I'm extremely data driven.
Apparently, yeah.
I think that would be great. Why not?
Get them on the data driven metrics.
I'll help you write a cover letter. It'll be completely insane.
It'll be like when I applied to the St. Louis Blues.
Yes, exactly.
I'm like, hi, I don't know anything about hockey, but I do know about data.
Let's do it.
That'd be neat, huh?
That would be.
They didn't even send me back a thing that they went in a different direction. They were
just like, absolutely not. Some other funny things. Somebody else who has a bad attitude is Connor Bedard, and I like that.
He's kind of become the villain, right?
Yeah, and it's really funny.
Yeah.
The Chicago played Seattle this week, and at one point, Connor Bedard skated by the goalie and just knocked the stick right out of his hands.
I love this.
And it was just so bratty, and I thought it was really funny.
Yeah, if you're not going to be like the golden child truth Celebrini, like be the Disney villain that doesn't.
Yeah, but not like a villain, like a cartoon villain.
Yeah,
like the evil bat or something.
The evil bat? No, I don't.
No, like not like a person villain, like not Jafar.
Oh, okay.
Be the parrot. Don't be Jafar, be the parrot.
Don't be Jafar. Yeah, sure.
Right?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like he doesn't have Jafar energy, but he could totally be the parrot, right?
I got you. Like, don't be Dr. Evil, be Mini-Me.
Right, exactly. So, and then another great thing that happened this week was Jake Middleton of the Minnesota Wild was out skating during warmups, and he saw a sign that a fan made. It was this great sign, and it had like a drawing of him, kind of this like caricature-y sort of vibe, and it said "Tarps off Midsy," I think, on it. Mm-hmm. And he just thought it was like a really funny sign, and he left the ice, went and got a stick and signed it, and then brought it back and asked if the fan would trade him the sign for the stick. And
That's
the fan was
awesome.
like, absolutely.
What, this 25-cent piece of poster board? Absolutely, sir.
And I think it had like eye holes cut out too. So like the fan could hold up the sign and then look through the eye holes too.
Oh, that's fun.
It was so fun. And it's a really cute sign. And it is just a piece of poster board, and it's all hand drawn. But yeah, they asked him about it after the game. Like, why did you do that? He's like, I don't know. He was like, it was so clever. I haven't seen anything like that before. And he's like, I think I'm going to frame it.
That's awesome.
I thought that was great.
It is nice to know that they actually do look at the signs, and it kind of sparks my creativity where I'm just like, well, next time you or me go to a game, we need to up our poster game, because you've brought things like that before.
I brought a poster. I had a poster professionally printed at Staples for Scott Wedgwood. Yeah. So, no, I think we should totally do that.
Yep.
We're going to have to think of something funny, though. So we better start planning.
It's got to be next level. The idea of a poster with eye holes in it is amazing. Like, so I don't have to hold it with my hands. My shoulders are very happy about that.
Right? It's great. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I think there are some options. Yeah. Like, especially like if the Stars play the Avs and we like fly to Dallas to see it, maybe like something about how we flew from Colorado to watch them play.
Yeah.
I think that could be funny.
That would be funny.
We're not going to workshop.
I do think we should drive next time, but anyway.
All right. Well, we'll talk about that. Okay. Well, I think that's all I have for my news corner. Do you have anything to talk about in Fred's corner of stuff we haven't talked about yet?
Nope.
Okay. Moving on.
Nope. I've been kind of out of the loop all week.
That's fine. And that's valid. You've had many birds to look at and
I have.
Also work and stuff.
Yeah. I'm a solid 2 months into the new job and shit's getting real.
Yeah, exactly. And that's fine. So, well, that's fine because we still have plenty of other stuff to talk about. Let's move on to our teams. So first of all, last week, even after our addendum, we still had other fun, exciting stuff going on because the Stars and Flyers were going to play each other.
Oh, that's right. They played that night.
They did. And I totally accidentally manifested the outcome of that game. So sorry / you're welcome.
Yeah, you were sort of conflicted. Sort of.
I was sort of conflicted.
But not really.
Last week on the podcast, I said that I would love to see the game go to OT so everybody could get a point, but that I was slightly pulling for the Flyers to win because they really needed the points more for the playoff race.
Right.
And that's basically exactly what happened. The Flyers did a hell of a job defensively. They just smothered the Stars along the boards and then also managed to keep the play to the perimeter. It was really hard for the Stars to get off any good quality shots. It just seemed like the Flyers' strategy was to have a really strong defense and then try to be opportunistic on the offense. And they did get on the board first with a power play goal from Travis Konechny. And then R2 Huru did tie it up for the Stars with his first NHL goal on a zippy little shorthanded goal. And both of those happened in the second period. And that was pretty much it. It was really just like defense.
Yeah, I guess old Taco there's pretty good at like making people do that.
I mean, that's his thing, but it's like he's so good at making people do that he forgets about the offense. And that's the problem. So at the end of the third period, Trevor Zegras took a penalty and it was like right near the end of the game. And it would have been the perfect opportunity for the Stars to take it home. But the Flyers managed to kill the penalty, especially thank you to Sam Urson, who stepped up and made a really huge save on power play king Wyatt Johnston.
Oh, yeah, that save was massive.
It was enormous. That one sent the game to OT, and Zegras redeemed his earlier mistake with the game winner. The only way it would have been cooler would have been if it went to a shootout, so we could have had Jason Robertson versus Trevor Zegras in the shootout.
Yep.
But otherwise, kind of exactly the game I was looking for. Like, both teams played really well.
Yep.
Couldn't be mad at either one of them. Entertaining game to watch. Everybody left with points. So
everyone had a good time.
Yep. Like R2 Huru's first NHL goal.
Yep.
I always like to see Travis Konechny score a goal.
You just like to see Travis Konechny.
I just like to see Travis Konechny, and that's fine. Trevor Zegras gave a great post-game interview where he like shouted out Sam Urson. He was like, "Thanks to Sam for saving my butt."
Yeah.
He was like very relieved. You could tell like in the penalty box he was like dying. So
yeah,
it was really good. Let's stick with the Flyers for a little bit. On Tuesday, they played the Capitals. And this one was on against a Stars game, so I didn't get to see much of it, just a few minutes here and there. And I will say that it was Porter Martone's NHL debut. And while he didn't register any points, he did have 5 shots on goal, which is really awesome.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, leading the team.
You look at the stats, and some dudes that are superstars don't have any shots on goal after a game, and you're like, what the hell? What?
Like, what were you doing?
Like, what do you mean no shots on goal?
Yeah, no, he had the most out of anyone on the team. I think maybe TK had 4, and like a lot of other people had maybe like 2 or 3 or 1. But
I'd be shooting all the time.
Just constantly.
They'd be not allowing me to play. But.
Well, yes, for many reasons. The Flyers did have goals from Travis Sanheim, Carl Grundstrom, Christian Dvorak, and Denver Barkey, but the Capitals won that one 6-4.
Yeah, we saw bits.
We saw like the last 5 minutes of it.
We saw bits of
we saw a few bits here and there, and then
during
the last
intermission
5 minutes.
and stuff. Yeah,
exactly.
But I don't know. The Capitals are so underwhelming this year. Like I haven't enjoyed watching any of their games.
I know it's disappointing because I do want to like them.
Last year we watched a good chunk of their games. Like you would flip them on if like they were on and nothing else was on.
They can be really exciting and entertaining, and this season they've just been pretty blah.
I think they're just tired of Ovi.
I think everyone's sleepy.
Yeah, they're just like, oh fuck, he broke another record. All right, let's get the fucking banners out.
Well, on Thursday, the Flyers were back home playing the Red Wings, and this was kind of a big one because the two teams were like really neck and neck for a wild card spot. The Flyers did have a huge boost thanks to the return of Tyson Forster. He was expected to miss the entire season after having arm surgery in December, but he, I guess, pushed really hard and managed to come back. He scored a goal in his first game back, as did Travis Konechny, but the Red Wings had the ultimate victory at 4-2. Porter Martone did get his first NHL point with a secondary assist on TK's goal, which I think is worth mentioning. And he had an astonishing 9 shots on goal in that game.
Man was out there lighting shit up.
He is just not afraid to like do what it takes. He's just like, I don't care if I'm a baby. I'm just going to go out and do it.
Yeah. So I am excited that Forster's back. Seeing his like smiley face out there with the Flyers, it feels like that's the Flyers. And I didn't realize that I had missed him, but like, yeah.
You're exactly right. No, seeing his little beaming face on the bench this game, it was just so nice. Just, I think he brings such good vibes with him. He just like, even when he's not smiling, he seems pretty cheerful. Like, he just seems like a happy dude. Yep. So I think it was really good for him to come back. Again, I didn't watch the Red Wings game because of scheduling conflicts, but apparently the reffing was pretty egregious in this one.
What? That doesn't happen.
One of the refs got a little rough with Porter Martone.
Ooh.
Who was like a baby.
Yeah.
Even the Red Wings broadcast was apparently pointing out a lot of missed calls that Philly should have gotten. You know how sometimes people will throw a player's jersey on the ice to express disappointment with them?
I do. And I'm just like, damn, that's stupid.
Well, a Flyers fan threw a ref's jersey on the ice.
I love that. Why would they have that with them?
I don't know. Nobody knows, but they're like, that's why Flyers fans are so fucking funny because like
got it just in case.
They just brought it just in case, and they threw it on the ice, and then I guess a Red Wings player who's kind of a shit stirrer picked it up and tossed it back so that the fan could then throw it again later, which he did. So it went on the ice twice, which is great. On Friday, the Flyers were back on the road and they were facing the Islanders. And I was so excited to watch this one because there was no Stars game on, but it was on, I think, like the NHL Network, which we don't get. And so we didn't end up watching it. We watched Twinless instead, which is a great movie. And Dylan O'Brien's performance was incredible. So if you haven't seen it, watch it.
And the Kraken are in it.
And the Kraken are in it. Yeah, actually, yes, I forgot about that. So that relates to hockey. So therefore, this is very relatable.
All right. Now we can give our breakdown of Twinless, our review of Twinless.
Oh, I was going to save that for the end of the episode. Oh, no, it is good, though. Definitely watch it. We did miss a good game, though. Owen Tippett had a very Owen Tippett goal. Matvei Michkov had an assist on an Alex Bump goal before scoring a goal of his own. And then Travis Sanheim capped off the 4-1 win with a goal, too. The highlights are worth watching for Matthew Schaefer alone. So remember that at this point, Patrick Waugh was still the Islanders coach. And you know how he likes to pull goalies, like with 11 minutes left. This time it was like 8 minutes left.
Yep. Nice.
And even with the extra attacker, the Islanders couldn't hold on to the puck and the Flyers kept getting it. But every time they would they weren't trying to just send it down the ice. They were skating with it towards the goal, and Matthew Schaefer kept beating them and somehow keeping the puck out of the net. It was kind of incredible.
That dude might be an elite defenseman.
It was crazy. He had like 3 crazy saves. Like people were like, watch out, Sorokin. He's coming for your job. People were like, oh God, Wa's going to get ideas and just like stop putting a goalie in altogether and just like keep Schaefer on the ice. That's probably why they had to fire him.
Right.
They were really worried he was going to do that.
Right.
That's probably his next plan.
Just play 6-on-5 the whole game.
Just the whole game.
Just keep someone back by the net and you're good to go.
Exactly. Yeah. Just a mobile goalie. So it was really something to behold. I thought it was great. But this was a big win for the Flyers because on Saturday, the Red Wings, Senators, and Blue Jackets all lost. And yeah, the race in the East is very tight right now. So
yeah, we're in the season of I hope that team I didn't watch it all and don't care about loses.
Right. That's very much the point we are in now.
That's an exciting transitional phase of hockey. It's like spring or something. It's like
it is. It's like the trees are growing and I'm hating.
Yeah, it's 35 in the morning and 80 in the afternoon, but like that like the good times are coming or something.
They sure are. And I don't know. It's good. I think this is like a good time to really be paying attention to the other teams more because half of them are about to go home. So
yeah, you
can start paying attention.
No, I'm not going to.
I mean, I just meant the general you. Obviously, I know you're not going to pay attention.
Yeah, certainly
and
not.
That's fine. All right. Well, that's about all I have on the Flyers for this moment. So I'm going to switch to the Stars. First of all, I feel like I need to address this. A fan in the Stars subreddit posted a video this week that they took back in December. And you know how in the Stars score, we have the Pantera song and people put up their fists in time to the music?
Yep.
Well, some dude thought it was an appropriate time to do the Nazi salute instead.
I've actually even seen this.
Yeah. I mean, it went like super viral, like mainstream news picked it up. The fan in question had tried to contact venue security during the game and they were like, oh, we couldn't find them, which like they were clearly there. And then they sent the video to the AAC after the fact, but didn't get like a super satisfactory response.
And they're like, fuck you. We're going to put it on Instagram.
I mean, pretty much they actually put it on the subreddit first.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it was on the Star subreddit, which I'm a moderator of, much to my child.
I'm a moderator. Just trying to bury that fact.
My child is very distraught that I'm a Reddit mod. So whatever.
I used to be a Discord mod. She makes fun of me for that too.
To this day.
Yep.
Anyway, yes, the fan posted it to Reddit and then I think they deleted the post or maybe deleted their account, but then it went up on Twitter and then it got picked up like nationwide. And it's just like, I don't know. I can't believe it's 2026 and we're still like fucking doing this. Like, no, we can't do the Nazi salute. Like, no, not even if it's a joke, which some people are like, oh, they were probably just joking. And like, I don't care if it was a joke. It's not a joke.
No, and it's not First Amendment shit. Just stop it.
Just stop it. Just don't do it.
Nope.
Just you're doing it because you're trying to be an edgelord. And then like, you get upset when people are offended. Like, it's like, okay, you did an offensive thing and now people are offended and like, you're going to get consequences. Like, okay. And then like all the people who are like defending it, like, well, maybe they thought it was a joke. That's just because you're the kind of edgelord who would do that. And like, you're afraid that like some of the things you've done are going to come out and you're going to face consequences. Like, just fuck off. Like, seriously, just fuck off. Like, that's just where I'm at with it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So we do not approve.
We don't. And
nobody should.
Nobody should. But most people do not. I will say, like, it made me happy that the Reddit overwhelmingly was like, fuck these guys. Let's
find their LinkedIn and send it to their boss.
I mean, just like when we see this, we need to call it out in person and we need to not be doing this.
Yeah, for sure.
So that did make me happier. Obviously, of course, people who don't like Stars fans are taking that as an opportunity to be like, well, these Stars fans aren't Nazis. To which I'm like, if you're a hockey fan, you've got assholes in your midst. Like, sorry about it, but it's just the truth. So anyway, it's just, it is what it is.
Yep.
Just hockey culturing, but it's not just hockey culture. Like, that's just the culture.
It's just where we're at as a civilization, apparently.
Yeah, civilization's doing a lot of heavy lifting there as a word. So anyway.
All right, tell me something more fun now.
Well, Jim Nils signed an extension for another 2 years.
Right,
so that's good.
Good enough. I'll take it.
Yeah, listen, you were all just like, you were like, that's crazy that GM signed extensions.
No,
like that.
I mean, it is weird to think of like, people in executive leadership positions like having like contracts that end.
Right. And like, I get that. I think it's also just like, it is really common, but it's not really like spoken about in those terms so much. But like, with the Stars, like, of course we're going to celebrate Jim Nill signing for another 2 years. We're like, fuck yes, check out this contract extension.
Definitely don't want him going somewhere else.
Oh God, that reminds me. I totally forgot to say this earlier when we were talking about Pete DeBoer. So you know how Torts was just hired through like the end of the season in Vegas? Like it's not like a long-term thing.
Yeah.
Pete DeBoer's contract is not through the end of the season. It's for 4 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So,
I mean, sometimes you just got to roll the dice.
Yep. Enjoy that, New York. All right. Anyway, back to it. And then before we start talking about the games, I just wanted to do a little injury refresher. So we already know we're down Tyler Seguin, Roderick Foxa, and Rope Hintz. We know Sam Steele left the road trip early last week, and he is not expected to be available anytime soon. Then in the Pittsburgh game last Saturday, Nate Bastian caught a puck to the hand, which was estimated to take him out of the lineup for at least 10 days. And then the next day, Michael Bunting and Tyler Myers both left the Flyers game with lower body injuries, and it was announced that Bunting is not expected to return in the near future. Tyler Myers is a defenseman, but everyone else on that list is a forward. So to refresh you on the count, that is 6 forwards out for Dallas right now.
That seems like a unhealthy number.
It is. We are continuing the oops, no forwards train, and I'm not enjoying that. So, it makes me a little nervous, but what are you going to do?
You mentioning Bastian being out for getting hit in the hand. Did you see old Kachuk was on the Young Kachuk podcast talking about kids these days and
game management or load management or something.
They break a fingernail and they have to go, and like back in my day, we fucking, oh God, just straight up boomer nonsense.
He did that when Matthew first went to the Panthers and talked shit, and then the Panthers went on like a crazy run. So I feel like he only did that to try to rage bait the Senators into going into a run. But I'm just... I'm so over it. Yep. So I can't imagine Ottawa's very happy with Brady right now.
Probably not. Yeah.
No.
I don't like to speak ill of fellow podcasters, but sometimes I have to.
Listen, we've been in the game a long time now. They are new up and comers. Exactly. And I think that we should, it's polite of us to talk to them about the podcast etiquette.
Yeah.
They should just stick to, just randomly making things up about players like we do.
Exactly.
Because that's fun and funny.
That is much more fun.
That is much more fun and funny. Anyway, let's talk about the Stars games.
Here we go.
So Tuesday, the Stars went to Boston to play the Bruins. And that was the last game of our road trip. And we were so banged up, we had to bring in reinforcements. Cameron Hughes from the Texas Stars flew out specifically to make his NHL debut so we could just have enough forwards.
Yeah. Do you think he flew like economy or like got like an upgrade?
I feel like it was probably economy.
Honestly. I think it was.
I can't. Yeah.
These dudes are all flying on private jets, chartered, 747s or whatever.
Maybe he got Comfort Plus.
737. Anyway, yeah. Oh, Comfort Plus. He's flying Southwest.
I don't know. I mean, flying from Dallas or Austin, yeah, probably right? He was actually.
Yeah, interesting.
So anyway, he went and flew out to join them so that we would have enough forwards. So that was nice. Somebody in the subreddit suggested we should start healthy scratching our forwards to rest them up for the playoffs. And I was like, my dude,
there's no one to rest.
We don't. Who's going to play then? Like, am I going to suit up? Like, I don't think so. I'm going to die. Like, I don't even think I can stand up on skates.
I'd like to see Gullitson out there in his suit with like skates on playing.
I think he could do it. I think it'd be
funny
great.
As hell.
Well, Dallas's flavor of ADHD this week was to not show up on time. So in the first period of the Bruins game, they pretty much immediately went down 2-0. The second goal was almost a power play goal, which would have been really offensive because Steve Spott is running Boston Bruins power play right now. But luckily, it was technically an even strength goal. It came like just after the power play expired. So we don't have to be too embarrassed.
Yeah. Shout out to Steve Spott for making it through the whole season.
Yeah. I mean, good for him.
Right. He's pulled the wool over someone's eyes in Boston.
I can only assume he'll be joining Pete DeBoer in New York next year.
Oh God. What a duo.
It'll be interesting.
The dynamic duo.
In the second period, it did look like maybe we were on a path to turn things around because our favorite old men, Jamie Benn and Matt Duchene, scored goals. But near the end of the second, Jamie had a delay of game penalty. And then there was a little power play time left on the clock at the start of the third. And the Bruins scored 13 seconds into that period. And then they scored again. And then they scored again. Wyatt Johnston had another power play goal, but we ultimately lost that game 6-3. So that sucked.
Yeah, that happens. I retroactively have Fred's corner now because you mentioned Duchesne, and I started thinking about like worrying about his hips because he's so old. Like, but he had
again hockey old because like we are older than them. Matt
Duchesne feels older than me. Jamie Benn, I'm okay with him being younger than me. But like Matt Duchesne feels like someone I would ask for like, hey, I'm doing this thing. Tell me about your life, like wisdom or something. Like,
right.
Not that he has any, but like he feels like of that age to me.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. But he did have a walk-in look this week.
Yes, he did. I know exactly the look you're talking about because I showed it to you.
Yes. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that he had a walk-in look this week, and it was certainly the choices were made. Choices were made,
and yes, you did notice his hips.
He does have very strange proportions. Like a tailor with those pants would be like, "Whoa, I've never made pants like this before."
It was. Yeah, he was wearing like these kind of like very flared jeans. Like they were like almost a bell bottom.
Almost, yeah.
Like, and he had a snakeskin boot.
Boot cut plus.
boot cut, extra boot cut. Extra crispy.
Yep.
And he had like a short sleeve kind of button down shirt tucked in and like the big belt buckle and like the cowboy hat. But like the jeans, like it would have been fine on like a cowboy, like with like a cowboy build. But like he's got the hockey butt and like it was just the hips were hipping.
The hips were hipping, and his shirt was straight up made out of a towel.
It looked very terry cloth. So
anyway,
I should look it up. It was probably very expensive.
All right, get wrecked, Matt Duchesne.
Hey, stop that. He's our friend now.
No, we do love him.
We do love him now. Anyway, back to talking about hockey. The Jets were playing. So the Stars came home, and the Jets were there to play them on Thursday. And I was only able to watch the first part of this game because I accidentally scheduled a class that night. But I was around long enough to see our first two goals in the first period. And that first goal was from Matt Duchesne. So there you go. And then the second one was Arttu Huru's first goal at home. He had his debut goal on the road we talked about earlier. But this one was his first home one. So that was really nice for him. And I didn't get to watch much more, but I did watch the highlights. And there was a goal in the second period that was ultimately credited to Adam Ernie. But it was, I think, just tipped off of a really crazy, powerful shot from Leon Bischel. Like even at the time, I think Razor was like credited to Bischel. So, but yeah, the Stars won that game 3-0. But the big news of that game is that we had a captain fight.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So it all started midway through the second period when Jason Robertson was going for the puck along the boards, and Jets rookie Elias Salomonsson went to hit him and battle for the puck. He was not expecting a reverse hit from Jason Robertson, who knocked him down pretty solidly. Salomonsson ended up leaving the game early, and he is now in concussion protocol, which does suck. And
oh, man. So he knocked himself out, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it was not great. So yeah, we really obviously hope that he recovers quickly because that's no good.
Yeah, we don't like concussion. We don't like injuries, honestly.
We really don't. 99% of people recognize that it was a clean and legal hit, except for a few Jets fans who are trying to spread the word that Jason Robertson actually is a noted goon, and it's not just a joke we like to make.
What a thug.
I know, that notorious thug, Jason Robertson. Partway through the third period, Neil Pionk decided he was going to get revenge on noted thug Jason Robertson for this, again, completely clean and legal hit. Here's the thing. Sometimes in hockey, there's like a clean hit, but like people still fight it out.
Yes, that's true.
But when that happens, it tends to happen in the moment. It's like immediately like dropping the gloves, squaring off.
Yeah.
Neil Pionk decided what he would do is wait an entire period and then do like a diving like tackle at Jason Robertson and take him out at the knees by the boards.
Yeah.
So not like a cool way to do it.
No, it's not how things usually work.
Yeah. Razor described the hit as nasty and filthy and dirty as a truck stop restroom, which was pretty descriptive. Robo just got up and kept playing hockey because if there's one thing Robo's going to do, it's play hockey. Like he doesn't give a fuck.
No, that is one thing. If there's ever like drama or things happening on the ice, like he's always like, where's the puck? I'm going to go get the puck. He doesn't get distracted by any of that nonsense.
No, he's like the Terminator, but like the slow Terminator, but like the Terminator.
The Terminator that the CPU is moving a little slow.
He's like the original like
right, the T1
model.
The T1.
He's like the T1.
The T1. He's the beta.
He's the T1 of hockey of hockey Terminators. Anyway, so he just like goes to look for the puck and keep going. Pionk keeps kind of like trying to get in his face and like say something to him or something. And Robo's just completely blanking him, which is honestly hilarious. It got to the point where the linesman had to like get up like on him and like physically push him away and be like, the play is still going, go play hockey. Mm-hmm. Well, Colin Blackwell saw all of this is going on and he was like, hey, if you want to fight so bad, I'll fucking fight you. And like went up to Pionk and was like, hey, want to go? And Pionk just turned around and started skating away super fast because apparently he didn't actually want to fight. He just wanted to like try to get Robo to fight. And then I don't know if he had like planned anything out past then. So he just started skating away. And Colin Blackwell's like, well, no, I want to fight now. So Colin Blackwell went after him and got him like up against the boards right by the Jets bench. And then kind of like put him in a headlock from behind and just dragged him down to the ice.
Yeah, it was full MMA. It's so funny. We've been seeing a lot more MMA fucking tactics this year on like just fucking dirty stuff.
We have been. And honestly, I thought it was great. Like Blackwell is, you know, he's our little guy now. He's our resident little guy now that Snake Oven is gone.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
He's 5'8" and
he's got a low center of gravity. He's perfect to do that kind of takedown.
Yeah. And like Pionk's not huge. He's like 6 feet. But I mean, Blackwell still looks pretty small next to him. So it's pretty entertaining watching Blackwell just drag him down from behind and Pionk just whoosh, like just legs pulled out from under him.
Yeah.
So then all the officials are over there trying to pry the angry little murder koala, Colin Blackwell, off of Pionk. And then Jamie Benn and Adam Lowry, the respective team captains, are like, well, now we must fight for hockey honor.
Yes.
Because basically they're like, well, this is all a big clusterfuck. And so we'll just fight to like restore the balance.
Absolutely. Like, all right, everyone pay attention over here. Just stop, watch us.
Like, it's midway through the third. We will just have the ceremonial fisticuffs and then we can just play hockey and go home.
Yeah.
So they did the ceremonial fisticuffs and then they both got, sent to the box. A ref had to like physically skate Jamie to the box because he was feeling very feisty and he continued to yell at Pionk a whole lot. And I think that possibly the ref saved Pionk's life because they gave him and Colin Blackwell matching 10-minute misconduct. So they had to leave the ice.
I didn't. I guess I missed that.
Yep. Nope. They had to leave the ice. Blackwell actually got an extra 2 minutes for roughing. So the Jets did end up going on a power play after all that because Pionk didn't get a penalty for the tackle dive on Robo.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I mean, it's fine.
I'll allow it.
They didn't do anything with it, so it's great. Yeah, the Stars ended up winning the game 3-0, so that was totally fine. But yeah, it was very entertaining to see all of that later on. So
yep.
All right. And then Saturday, the Avalanche played the Stars, and this was in Dallas, and it was, the divisional rivals rematch. I have somebody who I know who went to the game, and I'm looking forward to hearing back like what the AAC does for like a divisional rival during the regular season.
Yeah.
Because I want to hear if it's even like half as unhinged as like Ball Arena. I can't imagine it is, but
it might be. You never know. Sports can get nasty.
I know, but then remember, this is the game where they like did a little video tribute to Brent Burns and his Iron Man streak.
It's true.
It doesn't seem like...
It's hard to imagine.
It's hard to imagine that they ran like, 10 minutes of like, here's why the Avalanche fucking suck and we fucking hate them. And then skated around with flags that they have printed out of like, beat the Avs. And then we're like, but also this guy's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't kind of fit the vibe, does it?
It doesn't really check out. So anyway, I am excited to hear about how that game went.
I did, after we got out of the Colorado-Texas game that we saw here in Denver, look at the tickets for like going to this game, right? Like the last game of the season where they're going to play each other, go to Dallas. It was so expensive.
Yeah.
The nosebleeds were like $300 a ticket. And I was like, no, that's not sustainable.
Right. Because we would have also had to like fly out there and get a hotel. And
right.
It would have been a whole thing.
And it wasn't even the playoffs.
I know.
So it would have been like $2,000 to go see this game.
Right. And needed to save money for my jerseys.
Right. We used a good chunk of it on the jerseys.
Exactly. So, yeah, no, I mean, that's, again, why I'm glad I have somebody who I know who's going to go tell me what happened, because it would have been nice to see and compare and contrast the regular season things. Yeah. But yeah, no, I am suspecting maybe some of the price had to do with the alumni game, but I think it's just because it's a, rivalry like last game of the season, so close to the playoffs. So
I think so, because Razor was fucking yelling at the audience about leaving. He said he hated everyone that was walking up the aisles as they were leaving during the alumni game. He said, I hate you.
Well, we can get into that in a minute.
Anyway.
So I did go into this game expecting a loss because that's the pattern this season with these two teams. And I was right. The only thing that broke the pattern was that it was a regulation loss and not an OT loss. I feel like this was a good game to watch, but there's not that much to say about it. Like, it was really solid defensively on both sides, which kept the scoring low. Both teams are down some key players. The Stars are so low on forwards. We're playing 11 forwards and 7 deep-in right now. And then Colorado was missing Cale Makar, which is like missing 2.5 players. So
yeah, for sure.
And then even with all that, though, it felt like a pretty even matchup. The game was scoreless until halfway through the third when Marty Nietzsche scored a bit of a fluky one. And then the Avs did have an empty net goal after we pulled Nottinger. Probably the best part of the game was when Jamie Benn was pestering Nate McKinnon, and Nate got annoyed and got up in his face and then touched his face.
Yeah.
It looked like he was trying to yank out his mouth guard or something, but he didn't have a mouth guard. So I don't know what he was doing.
I don't think anyone will ever know what exactly that was. And I think it's okay.
It was just very entertaining.
It was just, it was what it was. And it was great.
Jamie was having a great time.
He was.
He just has such a good time when he is making people mad. And he was certainly making Nate mad.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed that. He said something after the game about it, but I didn't write it down. But it was funny. So
yeah,
look that up, I guess.
Yeah, no, for a game that was 0-0 to, what'd you say, halfway through the third or whatever?
Yeah.
It was a very fun game to watch. We watched the whole thing.
Oh, yeah. Very engaging, I think.
It was a great 0-0 game. And usually I'm just banging my head against the wall on a 0-0 game. But this one was good.
Yeah, no, I'm totally with you on that. Here, I found the thing. Robert Tiffin posted it. He asked Jamie Benn what he and McKinnon were talking about during the confrontation. Jamie's response, just saying hi.
Just saying hi.
He's such a shithead. I love it so much.
just exchanging Christmas cards Josh has said before.
Just exchanging holiday greetings. It was great. Just saying happy Easter. It was a national broadcast, and they did a rare thing and got it right this time with the personnel by bringing in Eric Johnson, who is a goddamn delight.
Man, give that man all the money.
He's so good. And obviously it's great because, he played on Colorado. So he knows all those players. And then he also played with Mikko for 10 years on Colorado. So he interviewed Mikko before the game, and Mikko is doing all the giving him just the hockey answers. And Eric was like, fuck you. Don't do this to me. And Mikko was laughing, and it was really good. And then during the game, EJ was just talking about how much Mikko used to eat.
Yep.
He's like, yeah, we would go to dinner and he'd order 5 entrees. and then 2 hours later, he was getting a club sandwich.
Yep.
He just eats so much. So
yeah, didn't he say something he's I don't know how that man can eat a whole pizza and still look like he's chiseled from marble or something.
Something along those lines, which is, just so wonderful. I kind of just want to start a book club with Eric Johnson and Tyson Barrie. I just feel like they're maybe the two most delightful ex-NHLers there are.
For as wild as we find the Avalanche here in Colorado, they've got some just great people that we want to hang out with.
Oh yeah, no, the team themselves are fine. I enjoyed the team. It's just, some of the fans and the organization and the broadcast team that's problematic.
The broadcast teams,
but a lot of the players are delightful.
They're fantastic.
Cale Makar's unhinged, but I would still like to see his lawn.
Absolutely. He was doing a talk with UC Health in Denver, and I was I could go listen to him talk about recovery and health and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be great. I would actually be really interested to hear about that.
You would?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's over. You can't go anymore.
No, I know. But I'm into all that same weird recovery stuff that athletes are. I'm just dying.
You're just recovering from being a human. I'm
just recovering from existing in the world and being super rickety. But that's it. But anyway, it was really fun to see some Eric, being Eric. And then we did also get to catch some of the alumni game after the Avs game, which was nice.
Oh, yeah. We watched that on the old computer on the TV.
Yes, we did. Because, it was streaming on the NHL website. website. And I wish it would have been on Victory Plus, and it would have been nice if there had been like commentary, but they kind of did their best. It was more they were doing stuff for the people who stayed in the arena for the game.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like Josh with one of the teams and Razor with another one of the teams, kind of taking turns talking, and like the in-arena guy going around and interviewing people. And they did, I think, a pretty good job with,
it was fun.
Not like a lot of budget or anything.
And they were all like chirping each other.
They were all chirping each other. I think it was Tom Ghilardi, the owner, made some joke about the team needing to stay hydrated, but in the locker room, everything had 5% on the bottles.
So he's a little worried about their hydration.
He's a little worried about their hydration because basically it's like a beer league for them. So
I mean, definitely, I've never seen a beer league game, but that was it right there. I get it. And that looked fun as hell.
Like a very skilled beer league game, but a beer league game nonetheless.
Absolutely.
We got to see Vern Fiddler being Vern Fiddler. He did
the fiddler.
He did the fiddle thing where he fiddles with his stick.
I've never heard of him or that, but it was neat.
You've heard of him. He did the slow dance with I think a Wings player during an alumni game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was really cute. Anyway, that was really fun. I'm glad we got to see some of that. So that's what I have for the Flyers and the Stars. Did you have anything you wanted to talk about in Fred's Birding Corner today? Or should we move on to the end of the podcast?
Well, it's going to be hard to condense 14 hours of birding into a little bit. So probably not. I picked up 2 lifers today, so that was exciting.
Hey, good job. What were your lifers?
Brown-headed cowbird.
Nice.
And a tree swallow. So that was pretty cool.
There you go. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, the tree swallow. No, actually, I just have to shut my mouth because I'll just keep talking.
Well, it's true. And I've already heard the story. Nobody else needs to hear it.
I could embellish it further.
Please don't.
There's more information.
Please don't. We're good. This has been going on long enough. Anyway, I don't have a game again this week, but I did want to sort of update our standings that we talked about at the end of last week's episode.
Okay.
So last week we did a pretty comprehensive update on where the teams were in the standings as we approached the playoffs, but a lot of things were still up in the air. And this week things are still far from solidified, but we do have some more updates. So when we last checked in, the only teams that had clinched their spots in the playoffs were Colorado and Dallas. This week, the Minnesota Wild has joined that group. So that finalizes the top 3 teams in the Central Division. So that's all set now.
That's a shocking result.
I know. It's like, okay, they've only been leading the league for most of the season, but okay, sure. Cool. So the only thing that can really change now basically is who gets home ice between Dallas and Minnesota. The Pacific Division is still up for grabs, but the top 3 teams currently are Edmonton, Anaheim, and Vegas. For other news in the Western Conference, we already knew that the Canucks were not going to playoffs. And now they have officially clinched last place. So they will be guaranteed a top 3 draft pick this year. So like they can't even like be 31st this year. Like they're just that bad.
Yeah. And man, this was the year too. It was them and the Flames that I was like really dabbling with, like looking hard at their merch, like who's got a good hat. And not the Flames. It was Vancouver. Vancouver's got good hats, and I'm glad I didn't do it.
You didn't do it, and this is why you should always listen to me, because I was like the Flyers, and you were like, okay, the Flyers.
Yeah.
So, and then also Chicago has been officially eliminated from playoff contention as well. So over in the Eastern Conference, we do have some confirmed playoff teams now. In the Metro Division, the Carolina Hurricanes were the first to clinch a spot. So hooray for our friend Logan Stankoven. And Logan Stankoven actually scored twice in the clinching game. And they did their storm surge thing after the game where they all get in the circle. And then Jordan Martinook picked Logan Stankoven right up and his little feet were dangling in the air and skated him into the middle of the circle so they could all swarm him and give him a head pats. And it was very cute.
Yeah. You could really take that storm surge thing and make like a horror movie out of it. Like
probably.
That could be the basis for like a hockey horror.
That could be actually the slow clap. It's pretty dreadful.
Right?
So, yeah.
You don't want to be in the middle.
No, you sure don't.
Because they're going to murder you.
or ruffle your hair through your helmet, which is arguably worse.
Yeah.
But that was really nice. The other 2 teams in the Metro are not cemented and things could change because the race is so tight. But we had some very good news today when the Flyers played the Bruins. That's a part of why we're recording so late, actually, as we just wanted to watch this game.
Yeah.
Dvorak had a goal early, but the Bruins had leftover power play time at the top of the third, and Pavel Zacha tied it up. The game went to OT, and the Flyers, who struggled on the power play all day, ended up with a 5-on-3 advantage. And this time they were able to make something happen as Porter Martone scored his first NHL goal. And it was really cute watching the team just absolutely lose it.
They were pumped.
Trevor Zegras put him in a headlock. He couldn't even sully. He didn't even have a chance. He just was he threw an R in the air, and then Trevor Zegras was like, I will love you to death now.
Yep.
And they swarmed him, and it was great. And he had his first goal. And with that win, the Flyers are now third in the Metro.
Yeah.
So, I mean, anything could change because there's a lot of teams within a point of them or 2 points.
I was going to say,
yeah,
it's all pretty close.
It's all very close.
I mean, it could honestly come down to the number of regulation wins too.
It really could. It's
right?
it's
the way
that
everything
tight.
Is. Yeah.
It's that tight. But I think that that's really awesome. And I'm really glad we watched that before this. And yeah, I'm excited. So over in the Atlantic Division, the Tampa Bay Lightning clinched on April 4th, and the Montreal Canadiens cemented their place in the top 3 this morning. So that's new news.
New news.
But the biggest news is that the Buffalo Sabres are officially going to the motherfucking playoffs.
My God.
So yeah,
what a time to be a Buffalo fan.
What a time. Just what a time to be alive.
Right?
It's great.
I hope they win it all.
Hey
now.
Hey now. But yeah, that has sealed the top 3 spots in the Atlantic. And then in good news, the Toronto Maple Leafs definitely won't be eliminated in the first round this year.
Right.
That's because they're not going to the playoffs, though. So that's maybe not good news.
Man, we've been trash talking them all episode.
We sure have. Sorry, not sorry. They are in good company, though, because they are joined by the back-to-back Stanley Cup champions, the Florida Panthers. They are officially eliminated from contention as well.
Yeah, I guess 3 in a row is just not doable, huh?
I think the Panthers season this year just shows the toll that deep playoff runs can have on a team. I mean, look at all of the injuries. Everyone's broken. So
right.
That's a big thing. So there are 11 days left until the regular season wraps up. And I think that it's really going to come down to the wire for a lot of these teams to see whether they make the cut for playoffs or not. Obviously, I would really love to see the Flyers make it, although I do worry that will make the organization think that Rick Tocchet is a good coach, which I disagree with.
I mean, I feel like they already think it.
They do. It's true. So,
oh, man, he's just riding towards his coattails.
He is, and I stand by that. I'd also really like to see the Sharks go on a run in their last 7 games and steal a wild card spot.
Yes, absolutely.
The Pacific is really tight, so it's really possible. Anything else you're hoping for to see?
Well, with playoffs and the run up to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Am I hoping for anything? No. That's
understandable.
No.
You're mostly just hoping for hockey season to be over at this point.
Yeah, I'm ready for the playoffs to start. I feel like they could start now and that'd be fine.
They could start now, except for we don't know who all the teams are.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, they
yes.
should just stop playing. No more games. I'm good.
But they can't because we don't know who qualifies.
Right, but my cup runneth over.
All right, well, the cup don't runneth over, I guess. I don't know. Well, yeah, 11 days left. So next week, we're going to be really coming down to the home stretch. We will probably have some more things finalized, and we probably will still have things up in the air because I think it's just going to be a real exciting ride this season.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So I guess we're really just kind of focused on the Flyers for this coming week.
The Flyers, and then I'm also devoting some attention to the Sharks, but really I am all in on the Flyers right now.
Yeah.
And I guess I want the Stars to do well enough to maybe maintain home ice for the first round.
Yeah, I don't really care about home ice.
I just think psychologically it's good for the team.
No,
so.
I think they care about home ice, but I don't.
Yeah. So, but if they do, then I do. So I'm going to care.
Yeah. Minnesota's nice. You could just start in Minnesota. That's fine.
Right. But the team.
Yeah. No, I would be my voice on this team would be drowned out by them saying no, Fred.
I mean, it would be drowned out for a lot of reasons.
Well, yeah.
But that's okay because you're going to go be a GM in Toronto.
I am going full GM mode.
Oh boy, it's going to make this house real split when you're working for Toronto and I'm a Dallas fan.
It'll be fine. I won't really care.
Okay, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So you'll still, as always, only be half a hockey fan.
But yeah, I'm going to need help on that cover letter.
I got you. We'll go start working on that now.
I feel like a solid cover letter will at least get my foot in the door.
I think so. If for no other reason, so they can laugh at you.
Yeah, that's probably what they'll do.
And that's the end of regulation for this week's episode of Ice is Slippery. You can find us on Tumblr, Blue Sky, TikTok, and Instagram at IceIsSlipperyPod. You can also email us at IceIsSlipperyPod@gmail.com, where we would love to get suggestions for games and hear your hockey hot takes. Until next week, stay out of the penalty box.